only on DAZN.
All right, Sean Zattel, FightHype.com here with undefeated middleweight sensation Austin Ammo Williams fighting on the undercard of Canelo versus Callum Smith Saturday night.
Sir.
Austin, man, I just got to ask you, because you're a middleweight, strong middleweight here in America. Coming out of Houston, did you ever spar with Jermell or Jamal Charlo?
Yeah, I sparred with both of them. Actually, Jamal, I sparred with him very early in my career. I wasn't even a year in boxing yet. He taught me a lot. Jermell, I sparred him actually to help him get ready for Erickson Lubin, and we went in a tense camp. But after that, I haven't sparred with them. But I did get to learn from both of them. Two champions out of Houston that I'm happy to come behind, and yeah, I sparred with both of them.
What were some of the things you were able to learn from those experiences?
From Jermell, I feel like I got to learn how a champion can get stronger over the rounds. As the rounds go on, they can get stronger. From Jamal, I learned the importance of a jab. His jab was crazy. It was times where I thought that I was literally out of range from his jab, and I was just getting tagged by it. So both of them, that's about the biggest things that I can remember from the sparring sessions.
Is that jab like a right hand?
Yeah, his jab is. I remember when I was sparring him, I was like, this jab feel like a straight, you know. But yeah, his jab is very strong, powerful puncher, dense puncher. They also both taught me the importance of turning your punches over and making all your punches effective. Neither one of them punched for points. They both punched to hurt, and that's something that I've taken and I put into my own style. I don't punch for points. I don't punch to, you know, sometimes you can set things up and throw out little tap shots, but the majority of your shots should be with bad intentions and to make a statement. So, yeah, that's a big thing that I took from them guys.
That's a similarity you got coming out of Houston. Yeah.
Houston fighters, I think, it's a lot of black fighters, there's a lot of Mexican fighters, and if you see a lot of the matchups, it's either Mexican to Mexican, black to black, black to Mexican, and every single time it's either a lot of pressure in the fight or you got to throw hard shots to stop somebody from applying the pressure on you. So we really don't fight a style that's like a point getting sort of style. It's always like I'm coming in to take your head off and crush you. I'm so happy that I grew up in the boxing sport in Houston, because I don't remember many easy fights. You know, every single time I fought, it was a war, it was a battle. I had to assert myself and show a guy, you know, like I'm here to stay. I had to really, you know, press my will on guys. You ain't just gonna go against a Houston fighter and tip tap and then they'll back off. No, if they feel like you can't hurt them, you're gonna be in for a hard, terrible night.
Baby Bull Diaz was like,
exactly. If you can't hurt them, if you can't hurt me, then I'm gonna just come to crush you. So that was one big thing that Houston taught me. We all go hard. We all go for the knockouts and the stoppages.
Hey Ammo, Matt Tucker from Seconds Out. Recently you had a viral video of you kind of lighting up your sparring partner in training.
Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to fighting on such a big stage with so much pent up training?
You know what? I actually, you know, got that out the way as far as that pent up in Mexico.
Said, you blamed it on the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean.
So how excited are you to get out there and do it for real?
Like I said, I already fought in Mexico, you know, on October 23rd. And that was the time that kind of broke that ice of being pent up. But like I said, even in that sparring session, I could have knocked the kid out. I was really having fun in there, and it was backfired on me. Again, too, like I said, in the boxing gym, if you come into a gym and you call somebody out, you gotta, you know, expect the consequences.
So we didn't see that part.
Yeah, people didn't see that part, but you know what? It's okay that people didn't see that part, because people are not gonna dig that deep to find out that part. They're just gonna comment on the video. So, you know, it didn't really hurt me too bad. I just was like, you know what? People don't always know the full story, but they're gonna do what's gonna make people talk the most. So at the end of the day, you know, it's boxing. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a school teacher. My job is to destroy people, take people out. That's how I get paid, that's how I get my check. So I really can't apologize, you know, for doing what gets me paid. And again, if you go into a boxing gym, this is a message for everybody across America. If you go in a boxing gym and you call somebody out, you better know what you're doing, because you know, you can't get away with that. You're going into a place where people dedicate their life to their craft. I sacrifice my life every time I get in the ring. So if I go into the gym, my place of work, where I'm supposed to get better, and somebody comes in and they call me out and they say they're gonna do X, Y, Z to me, then you're gonna have to show me. I was only 5-0 at the time, so I still am a baby in the game myself. So it's not like I'm a world champion yet, but everybody perceives me as a world champion already, as they should, because I will be one. But I'm still new in the game. I don't have time. I need to be getting better. I need to be working on my stuff all the time. And to be fighting on a card of this magnitude is really not much different than things I've done before, because I fought in Madison Square Garden. I fought at the O2. I fought at a lot of places with big packed crowds. I've had jumbo screens with my face on it, 3 and 4 cameras as I walked out. I already know how this stuff feels, so it's not a mystery for me. It's just another day at the office. It's time to get the work done.
Now, Austin, 6-0, still making your way in boxing.
Yeah.
But Billy Joe Saunders, 2 different points in your career, but you saw what he said. Any thoughts or statement back what he said? Or?
Billy Joe is the most boring fighter in my weight class. Is he 168?
168.
He's an extremely boring fighter. He's on his way out. In a year or two, I think that I'll really start, addressing him even more, because it'll be a real fight, especially at the pace I'm going. If you look at my box rec, if you look at the fighters that I'm fighting, my last 2 fighters, they both had double the amount of fights as me. The one in Miami, that guy had over 30 MMA fights, and he was a champion in MMA. And then the guy I just fought in Mexico, he had 31 fights. I fought him at 5-0. The kid that I'm fighting tonight, he's 9-3, was a great amateur. Isaiah Jones, he has double the amount of fights as me, has never been stopped before. I go in there and knock him out, make another statement, continue my journey, my fast track. Then I feel like in about 6 months or a year, I'll be really calling out Billy Joe, and he's somebody that will have to address me, especially after having performances like he's having. He's gonna have to really address me, because he's not blowing anybody's mind with his performances. People actually are, bored to death watching him fight. So I would actually kind of help him, as far as the hype and people wanting to see a fight. I'll actually be somebody who will help him. So, Billy Joe, he's just another guy. And another guy that tried to take advantage of the time I was in when the media was against me. But little did he know he was actually helping my career. So that's Billy Joe.
Lastly, Ammo, 2 things. How do you think the fight goes with Isaiah Jones, and how do you think the main event goes with Canelo and Callum Smith?
Shoo! Oh, man. I'll start with Isaiah Jones. The fight with Isaiah Jones, I feel like y'all gonna see why I'm different. Y'all are gonna see why I have the accolades that I have. Y'all gonna see why I have the knockouts that I have. Y'all gonna see why, I am new, because from fight to fight, y'all always see a better Ammo. As they just asked me in my interview in there, they said that was my best performance out in Mexico. And I'm like, if y'all think that was my best performance, wait to see what I do, on Saturday night. Is because I'm still new. People don't understand that. I've only been boxing for 4 active years. You can watch my last 5 fights, last 6 fights, and feel like you got Ammo down. But I'm still a baby in the game, so I'm just continuously morphing. And like I said, y'all gonna see why I'm different. I definitely am going for the knockout, as always. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be my most beautiful knockout. I think he's gonna come out with a strong jab, fast jab. As I said before, he was a good amateur. He won the Golden Gloves National, so he's not a walkover opponent at all, which I did not want. And I just see myself, showing why there's levels to the sport. Amateur, being a great amateur is completely different than being a great pro. And being an okay so-so pro is completely different than being a true prospect, a true contender. So I'm just gonna show that on Saturday night. And then as far as Canelo and Callum Smith goes, I feel like with Callum Smith, I have experience sparring Callum Smith.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I sparred with Callum Smith, and technically he's a beautiful boxer. Body shots, crazy. But what I think he has to do in order to win against Canelo is establish himself as a solid fighter. if he tries to use the ring a lot in fights, any sort of amateur style against Canelo, I think that it's not going to work. With Canelo's head movement and how low he gets, I feel like he'll just have the leverage for the body shots. And as we all know, his body shots are deadly.
Does Callum know how to fight on the outside? Do you feel like he doesn't use his height enough heading into this style matchup?
When I sparred him, I felt like he could have used his height a lot more. I feel like he allowed me to take the fight inside a lot more. It also was his first day sparring, so you know you're not always super sharp. It was his first day at camp. This is when he was gonna fight John Ryder. So I think that he can use his outside skills a lot better. But again, you can't really judge someone too much from their first day of sparring. And in order to beat Canelo, he's gonna have to establish himself in the middle of the ring, not against the ropes. Anything, he's gonna have to make Canelo respect his jab and his straight and his hooks. When Canelo comes in, he's gonna have to be able to throw his uppercuts and hooks to the body effectively, and he's gonna have to be able to play effective defense after his combination punching. Because as we all know, Canelo can take a punch. We've seen it with Triple G, and if you can't hurt Canelo, he has the same kind of style that I talked to you about at the beginning. If you can't hurt him, he's gonna come. He's not gonna stop coming forward. He's not gonna stop pressing you, and he's gonna try to take you out. If Callum has to deal with that pressure for the whole night, I think that it's gonna be an extremely hard night for Callum Smith.
Does Callum have really good power? Sorry, man.
No, it's all good.
Does Callum?
You know, I don't know. You know, I didn't get hit with any big shots in our sparring session. I didn't get hit with any big shots. But again, like I said, that was his first day sparring, so his timing was probably a little bit off. And I don't know, you know, you got to get hit with a shot to know the punching power. But I was not willing to get hit by him, so that's sharp. This is before I was going to fight at the O2. I was very sharp, and I was making sure I didn't get hit with any of his shots, just out of pure respect for his punching power. So I think that he has the type of power that can cut you off, turn you off. It's quick, it's snappy, like a whip. But I think Canelo has like the crushing, rib-breaking, jaw-fracturing power.
Right,
you know.
right.
So that's how I would compare their power, just from what I see. As I said, I don't know from experience his punching power, but from watching his film and things, it seems that he has the sort of like whip effect on his punches that will turn you off. So
Thanks, Austin.
no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck Saturday, man.
All right,
luck.
thank you, man.
Only on DAZN.